is on the air. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Love looking to pass on the first play. On target to his man, Likely. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Here we go. Three.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. Pushes past him. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 37. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Texans at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. Well, they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now on 2nd and 13. Love. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Going for it with Pierce. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 16. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak, and he is going to have the Chargers 1st down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Out of the gun, Herbert under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the 50, here's Herbert. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Herbert. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably what he wishes he had done.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air. because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Let's go now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22, Love. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to have the Texans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-3. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. A quick throw there out to Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He's got it. It's Spiller. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Jet sweep as he taps it forward. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. It's caught by his running back, Austin Eckler. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Nwangu now from his end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go again with Pierce. And some room to roam now. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 83 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go. He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Firing quickly out wide is Love. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DJ Chark as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Williams brings it in. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. The Charger drive about to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw here, Herbert. They'll find Everett there. Now a loose football. The ball comes comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
0 turnovers in this game so far. The trend continues, but barely. Offense lucky that one went out of bounds.
Yeah, they're very fortunate because when a game's going along like this one and neither side has turned the ball over, sometimes that first one can really flip things to their advantage in this type of a game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert now. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way in this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Jalen Petrie with a tight coverage for the breakup. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're They're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield, and instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
A third quarter now, and a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will pin them nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Quick strike to Eckler.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert.
Looking Austin Eckler's way again.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, Herbert.
He gets this out to Spiller.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. This is a counter play. Eckler, and he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Houston. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a one-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Herbert. Allen's got it, complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Here's Herbert.
This is swung out to Eckler.
Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strength.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Chargers put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. 92 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Another carry for Pierce. He'll get this to about the 38.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Let's go now. Yellow.
On second down, here's Pierce.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here we go, 3rd-and-1. Gut check time on both sides.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
Bro, 52. Smack, red. White. Red.
1st down, Love to pass.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. It's Eckler again. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give running left as Eckler uses the stiff arm. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. it's Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands,
He's got a man, complete. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Now Love. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Option play, and it's a handoff to Pierce.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Chargers,
they get a much-needed victory to get to 3-5 on the year.
And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.